Hopefully there's enough light here, and you can see me okay. First of all, I just wanted to say that my name's Austin, and I'm a member of a post-punk band in Columbus, Ohio called A Peaceful End. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start some sort of a video blog. I'm not sure if it'll go anywhere. And it'll be kind of, part video blog, part life documentation. Just so people out there can see, the struggle of an individual such as myself. And they can also see a struggle at the same time, documenting my band and stuff like that, of how hard it is to make it today, or how hard it is for any band to make it. Whether we ever will or not is something that I don't really know, but I really hope it does. But this is the beginning. This is the first video. I'm just chilling on my front porch and smoking cigarettes. It's about 7:45 in the evening, and yes, what you saw me drinking was coffee. I have a very, very severe dependence on coffee, and to be honest with you, since this is my first video, I'm not too terribly sure where to begin, what I should talk about, or anything like that. So maybe I should just ramble for a second. But I think where I will start, this is my idea right now, is that what happens when you die, basically. And I'm not talking about dying permanently. I'm talking about dying for just a couple of minutes. And a friend of mine, it's a long story, but a friend of mine did die, and he was dead for about 2 minutes, and he said he saw nothing. He said there's nothing on the other side. And his father, actually, it's interesting, his father had a point in time in his life where he died for a few minutes as well and said the same thing. There's nothing. But then, that leaves me personally kind of confused. Because you hear all of these stories about people passing away for a minute and they see heaven, or they see hell. But what if there is no heaven, and what if there is no hell? What if there is nothing? Now, believe what you want, but my friend did in fact see nothing. And it's kind of interesting, because you have to ask yourself, does that make life more precious? Or does that make you more cynical? Because you realize that if there is nothing on the other side, then of course there's no such thing as maybe a spirit or something like that. So if you believe that there is nothing, then there's no such thing as karma. So that leads you to do more bad things and be not so good of a person. But then again, at the same time, you realize that if there is nothing, this is the one and only time you get a chance to live. This is the only life you have. There is no heaven, there is no hell. Me personally, I'm at a point in my life where I don't know what to believe. I am young. I'm only 18 years old, but I don't know. Because you have heard different stories about this subject. Little kids claiming they've seen great-grandparents or aunts that have died of a drug overdose or something terrible like that. These little kids don't know these relatives, and they've told their parents because they passed away for just a minute or so, but then, you know, if they saw something and my friend didn't see something, what am I personally to believe? What should I believe? If I continue to believe in God, I suppose it would make me a better person, and yes, I just said it, I do believe in God, but I'm not too terribly sure I do completely believe in God. It's a very contradicting thought and emotion about, the story he told me and how much confusion it kind of brings to me. But, for example, I guess if there was nothing, it would make sense, because do you really think that a plant goes to heaven or hell? A plant. There's no fucking Bible written for plants. They're a plant, but they are a living organism. Or what about bacteria? That's living. And it does not say in any form of a religion book that there's a heaven and hell for plants and bacteria. Or bugs. I mean, I guess if there was a heaven and hell for bugs, bees would go to hell, because those bastards, not all of them, but hornets, at least, and wasps, and the vicious ones. I mean, we've had kind of a bee problem. My mom's highly allergic to bees, and God, I don't mind honeybees and bumblebees, they're very docile, but there are some bees out there, God damn, they're fucking sting you. My mom's highly allergic to bees, and stuff like that. And I guess that's all I had to say. I have this problem with putting my thoughts together clearly, out loud or on paper, so sometimes I get kind of scatterbrained and don't make a lot of sense. So if I don't make a lot of sense when you're sober, and you happen to watch this video, I would try just casually smoking a bowl or something if you do smoke pot. I'm not high right now. I don't have any cash to buy any marijuana, but it probably helps, because when I speak my scatterbrained, stuttered philosophy, it comes out more clearly in your head when you're high, like a lot of things do. I think the reason that I'm jumping back and forth between things right now and just rambling on about nonsense and whatever's on my mind is because I'm kind of exhausted, and generally I drink about 12 to 16 cups of coffee a day, and this morning I only had 6. So my brain and my body, it's just not running like it normally does, because I have such a bad dependence on caffeinated beverages. I only stick to coffee, though. Coffee's the only thing I'll drink that's caffeinated. That's all today, folks.